Having recently found that school had been dropped after the obliteration brought about by the AST's attacks on the earlier day, Shido abruptly experiences Toka, who quickly discusses the date that he had told her before. After Shido persuades Toka to change into more proper dress, they investigate the town and ultimately end up at a pastry shop in a split second, grabbing the eye of Toka's stomach. As Toka entertains herself with various types of food, from soybean bread to franks, Toka attempts to figure out what precisely is a date, and which of those things she ate is the date Shido is discussing. Shido attempts to explain things for her, yet the limitlessly curious soul keeps on wandering the city for anything that arouses her curiosity, no doubt stirring up a lot of distress for his wallet. While in the soul's voracious experience, Shido asked Toka for what good reason did she leave after the battle with Origami the other day, and she answered that she vanished to a different universe, nodding off subsequently. She additionally expressed that she awakens generally forcibly, prompting Shido's decision that spacequakes are made inadvertently. Also, Origami was seen watching the two from the shadows. Because of the vouchers he gets from an opportunity experience with Tanamachi, Shido figures out how to stand to take Toka to a fairly costly eatery. Shido gets a shock when a large number of the workers inside are really individuals from Ratatoskr, going secret to screen Toka's personal levels. Kotori is no special case for this, in the wake of recommending this one as well, dinner, which Toka without any help consumes. Kotori advises Shido to go to the close by Span. After Toka's blowout would be the beginning of the genuine date. Incidentally, the other group of the Ratatoskr changed over a close-by neighborhood into a few food corners. And Shido and Toka are blessed to receive an all-costs-paid promotion. In the interim, Origami, who has been following them in and out of town, has proactively figured out sending orders for the AST. Toka keeps on satiating her endless stomach as she eats takoyaki, okonomiyaki, burgers, ramen, sushi, and everything arranged by Ratatoskr for her. In any case, she before long notification that it appears Shido isn't having some good times like her. Shido figures out how to guarantee Toka that he is having a good time very much like her, and soon, Toka takes Shido to their next objective, hands fastened together. Toka and Shido before long end up winning the Excellent Award in a pool stall dealt with by Mikomoto, and the award is an excursion to Dream Park. Shido considers what this fantasy park is, however, when he got a thought. He requests that Toka leave with him somewhere else, as the fantasy park looks like an affection lodging. Regardless of Toka's conviction that the genuine importance of a date lies inside, Shido removes him somewhere else. In the interim, Origami gets ready into her CR unit and plans to seek after the two. The Ratatoskr individuals before long revisitations of the /Euphraxinus / to survey what is happening. Despite the fact that there are some who CRASHN burn with a vengeance in their separate mission, Kotori calls the mission a triumph in general. In any case, they found that it is coming down when there are no downpour mists close by. Kotori shrugs it to the side and even thinks about it as a potential benefit. Because of the downpour, Toka and Shido head for cover in a close-by gaming focus. In spite of the fact that Toka at first confuses it with an AST base, Shido guarantees her that they are protected there. A specific catcher machine loaded up with bread-formed rich toys out of nowhere takes Toka's consideration. Be that as it may, she can't get the delicious-looking extravagant bread. Luckily, it required a collaboration from Shido and Toka to get the rich bread. The downpour before long died down, and the two head to a close-by jungle gym to rest. Toka enlightens Shido concerning the satisfaction she had during their time together, however she actually doesn't have the foggiest idea what a date is. Shido at long last makes sense of that a date is the point at which a kid and young lady go out together and have a great time. In view of Shido's definition, Toka reasons that they had an extraordinary date. In the interim, the AST intently looks as the soul named Toka shows herself without space-time tremor event. albeit confronted with such a surprising situation. Authorization to utilize killing weapons has been given. Albeit excited by the date they had and the revelation that the world is a tomfoolery and a decent spot to live in, Toka understands that she had been obliterating this world through her signs. Shido won't really accept that Toka doesn't have the right to remain on the planet, and he guarantees her that she can remain on Earth for good, regardless of whether the other world oddballs her. Shido holds out his hand towards Toka. In any case, briefly, he feels a danger moving toward Quick. Subsequent to shoved Toka to the side, Origami fires upon Toka. The rich bread, alongside a piece of Shido's side, is crushed in a moment. The unexpected new development came like a glimmer to Toka. However, when she sees Shido's horrendous body on the ground, she has at long last acknowledged Earth's choice to dismiss her. After calling her astral dress Adonai Melech and her heavenly messenger Sandalphon, she releases her definitive weapon, the Halvan Helaf. The AST scrambles into retreat as the Halvan Helaf neatly cuts through a close-by bluff. In the meantime, Origami, actually frozen in shock in the wake of terminating upon her colleague in Raisin Secondary School, sits defenselessly before a furious soul. In the meantime, Ratatoskr ends up in a comparable emergency too. With a rampaging soul, a space-time shutter alert has been given, however departure methods are just 6% complete. At this stage, on the off chance that Toka isn't quieted, the city would be demolished and there will be numerous losses. Nonetheless, Kodori tranquilly guarantees everybody that Shido is protected. Before sufficiently long, a consuming fire encompasses Shido's injury instantly. A brief instant later, there's no hint of the deadly injury he got. Kodori then pushes through the arrangement to recover Shido and to quiet the seething princess. Origami is stunned by the acknowledgement that she killed a human, while Toka is dazed by fuming rage towards Shido's executioner. Origami, defenseless in battling a strong soul, surrenders to her unavoidable destiny. In any case, Toka's consideration is redirected to something flying behind her, Shido, in person. Toka is excited to see Shido alive, in any case. She lets Shido know that her last sword is arriving at its basic cutoff and the energy it holds should be delivered. Kodori before long contacts Shido and helps him to remember what she showed him with respect to saving a princess. Shido tells Toka they need to kiss. However, before long ends up using up all available time to clear up everything for her. Luckily, Toka's curiosity kicks in, and she kisses Shido all things considered. Thus, each of the remainders of her soul structure disseminated, leaving behind an unmistakable bare Toka who keeps her body near hold him back from seeing everything. Albeit humiliated, Toka inquires as to whether Shido would take her again for a date. After hearing Shido's positive reaction, a comforting grin rises out of the soul's lips. Toward the finish of the episode, it was uncovered that Toka moved to Shido's school.